What is up, everybody? Echoes of Mana. We're back in here for day two, pretty much. So I've got to sample this title a fair bit, and I have to say, the gameplay is not even surprisingly, it's on par great. It's a good action combat system. I think it's its own. That's the most important thing. I don't really feel like this is ripping out of anything. They have their own arc system where arcs are giving stats. Well, what are they called? Echoes in this or something. I'm pretty sure I'm wrong about that. Whatever the materia or the arcs are called, whatever you want to call them in this title, they're not teaching abilities like in Last Claudia, but they are affecting stats, and they're giving an ability, typically some kind of buff to the character, to a certain type of character. And then we can also work on our characters by leveling up their stats, by actually powering the characters up, right? And then, of course, there's gear slots. So you're going to put gear on heroes. I haven't really got too much into that, just because, well, it's a Square Enix system, and it's really starting to poke where they want me to, do some pay and play, most definitely. Yeah, I am at, we're right at 3,000 of the Lapis here, and we have bought into some of these. Like, this isn't all just grinded Lapis. I will show you guys, they have a very easy way to track your pulls in the pity system. What is alright is that the first 10 pull that you do is usually half off, right? So you're going to have a chance to do a 10 pull on every banner that they drop for only half price, but the truth is a 10 pull's not going to get you anything in this game. I can already tell you right now. I don't even need to look at the rates. I can tell, I know what they're trying to do here. They want to recreate their Brave Exvius strategy here all they possibly can. I get that. What else can you say about it, right? I've done well over 150 pulls. I've pulled one on banner arc. So I don't know if the arcs and the characters have a different rate, but I've pulled one on banner arc, and right, because they're gonna feed you most of the characters, right? They can give you all these tickets, right? I have all these to throw. So you're gonna have heroes to play with, like, right out of the box. You're gonna have a bunch of them. Cool. And everyone will. But the thing is, what I'm looking at here as an actual gacha player is new banners. When new banners drop, and there's a cool new character on there that you're going to actually want, that's not just kind of like a default character that's already all over the place in the game anyway, how much trouble are you going to have to go through to get that? Let's see. No, another off banner. A Stinky Durin. Oh, that actually bites. I'm sorry. I know he's a 4-star character in this. I get that. He's a 4-star character in this, but he is I can't say he's really terrible in Last Claudia. He's just not functional in Last Claudia, and he's commonly referred to as the Stinky Durin, just because it takes so effing long to throw anything in his kit. He has no crowd control and can do great damage, but he can't actually connect with any of it, type of deal. So yeah, maybe he fares better in this title, but that's the problem that I'm talking about here, is actually pulling for a character on a banner, and like, what is the actual on banner rate, right? We know it's hard enough to pull a freaking rainbow and to get one of these SSR heroes. I'm supposed to be happy right now, but not really. See, because I'm pulling on a banner for one of these two specific heroes. I wanted, obviously, Oh yeah, that's right. We're not even doing that pull yet. My bad. I totally spaced out and forgot that these were tickets. I expected something like that to happen. I do have enough here for a 10 pull. Ooh, yeah, I was tripping. Right. So a Duran from here, cool. Okay, it is a a 4-star hero. I'm sorry. That's just I'm already expecting the worst from the one actual pull that I have to do. Now, I've already done over 150 pulls here, I believe, right around 150. We can check the screen when we're done here. But I wanted to go through and see what other tickets and stuff I had to throw. Right, but typically a 10 pull isn't really going to get you much, and it's not like they're giving us the first one for free. Like at this point in a system like this, as far as I can tell, unless I've had the worst luck in the world and everyone else's on banner is like great. In games like Landgrisser, your on banner rate, if you pull if this was Landgrisser right now, if I pulled a rainbow on this banner, that rainbow would have like a 60, 70, 75% chance of being the banner hero. That's just not the case here, is what I'm saying. I've been seeing that, right? And it is a square gotcha. They are just kind of like notorious for trying to really milk the shit out of people. It's unfortunate. So, that being said, though, we will do pull 150 or 160. Alright, so that's going to be like my biggest gripe. And I think for a lot of people, that's going to be the threshold that actually keeps them maybe from playing a game like this. Is a gotcha that's that brutal. And I've had friends really try Brave Exvius back in the day and drop out of it instantly. And I was like, oh, you're smart. Because they were like, no, I'm just going to want way too much stuff. And like, nah, I can't do it. Another off banner. Thank you. Thank you for the off-banner Hawkeye that I already didn't want in the first place. Yeah, see. This is kind of helping prove my point, unfortunately. The fact that I can pull a rainbow on this banner and already pretty much just expect disappointment, that's tough enough, right? So as far as how all this stuff is priced, I can tell you guys right now, for anybody that got really, really upset and got caught up in all the Diablo Immortal hype about how Diablo Immortal you can spend $110,000, this and that and this, okay? You're really gonna have an issue here, because I can already tell you, I've grinded out. Let's see how far we grind. Let's see how many pulls we've already done on this. Gotcha. Right, this is why I'm usually like a little late to the party getting to a new Square game. Right, if we go into the shop where they really want us to go, it's going to tell you all the shards that you have, if you haven't spent them, of course. So yeah, we've already done from the Phantom Slayer Harvest, we've done 160 pulls. Right, we've also done a 10 pull there, so that's 170 we've done total. I can factor that in as well. That's another. So like at 170 pulls, we've seen one on banner thing, and that was the Arc, the Echo thing. Now, and like I said, I don't know if the Arc has different rates than the heroes. Maybe the heroes are harder to get. Maybe they're whatever. But if it's really taking 160, 170 pulls to get like one on banner thing, which it looks like it really might be the case here, right? And then when you actually go to spend your shards, they're 200. So, like, it's pretty much, yeah, it's 200. So, I think that's steep AF, man. So mind you, we've already bought into this, right? We've already spent more on this title just like doing these pulls than we have in Diablo Immortal, for sure. Like I went back and I did the math, right? We're like $80 into Diablo Immortal. We have spent $100 here, right? I just bought like a little $7 bundle just so we could do that 110 pull. I completely forgot that there were any tickets to throw. So that is where my mindset was. That is why I got confused. I threw a wrench in my own works, damn it. But it didn't help, though, with the whole off-banner point, though. Like, both times, something comes down. I'm already expecting an off-banner here. Because I can just see that's the way that this gacha is. Really, I wish they could do something better than that. It's kind of getting ridiculous at this point. I get that they have a good game, right? But I think something like this is just going to keep some people away, or have some players that are going to dabble and they're going to play a little bit, but they're not going to invest. They already have their gacha games that they're playing. Like, I'm still playing Last Claudia, and I absolutely love, the combat and everything there. And I have all the heroes and arcs, and I'm still playing with other heroes and catching them up and teaching them different abilities, right? This game is a really fun battle system too. Like, yeah, it's hands down like up there with Last Claudia. Like, to each their own. I could see some people liking this more. I could see some people liking Last Claudia more. The fact that they're even comparable is a step in the right direction, because it's just fun. Right? What else can you say about it? They're good battle systems. You got the magic going off. And this one, you're kind of trying to do your specials, and then each time you drop one of those, you will get a stack, and after you get 3 stacks, you get to drop some kind of spell of that element type deal. So you have some cool stuff to trigger on the screen, and you can run and get out of danger. You can duck, dodge, and dive, and it makes for some dynamic and fun gameplay. Now, I'll be honest, I haven't went through and I haven't tested all the AI and how it behaves in combat and all of that stuff, but I still have a pretty good idea of how this title plays. But before we even get into that, I think that's going to be the biggest issue that we have here, is as soon as people that come to the table, they realize what it's going to actually cost to clear a banner that they're going to want in the future, right? And it's just going to be ridiculous. Like, they're going to drop a banner like this with an arc on it and 2 heroes, right? So, say I'm going for one of those heroes. I'm 160, 70 pulls in. I've gotten 1 off banner, maybe 2, and then the arc. And even if I get one of these, it's still a 50-50 on which one, so that's brutal. That is really, really brutal. I'm willing to accept maybe I've just had extremely bad luck, but that's not the case. This is just the way it goes. I'm not even going to bother looking at the rates. I don't need to. Right after you do, I'm definitely going to continue playing and grinding out Lapis all that I can here, but I'm actually kind of surprised at how little they're giving for new players. It's already a pretty tightly controlled little Lapis ecosystem here. They're not really giving you that much to grind. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've already started going through on the hard difficulties and doing whatever I can here, because I cannot keep going on normal. Right? I cannot keep going on normal. Hold on, where am I? Yeah. I am stuck here. Let's see. Are we the right power level yet? Let's see. Yeah, I don't think we are. Yeah, right. Not even Reese is. She's in the red. This fight is actually somewhat tough. Everybody needs to be at 3,500. The majority of my heroes are under 3. Right? So this is where I got pretty much stuck. Let's see. What chapter or whatever is this? 4 through 12. Story 4 through 6. Okay, story 4. 11. Anyway, yeah, this is where I'm at. Right, the fight with this dude. Now, I went through, did hard. I also went through and did events, right? And even with all of that, right? And I've done some of the gear. Like I get that. Like I have some lapis to grind here. I will. That's what I'm gonna do. But yo, that's not really that much lapis in the grand scheme of things. Right? Like I gotta say, and unless this has like the longest, wickedest storyline in the world, and if that's the no, I just don't see it. I don't think they're giving out enough lapis at all. There's not enough content where you can grind lapis out. Also, let's see, I think this is a grind level. So this takes different energy. So there is 2 types of energy. I guess we should cover that. If you look at my energy, that's right next to my rank over here. I have 17 energy on the top orange one, right? And that's what you use to do like quests in the world map. This is like training energy, the blue one on the bottom, right? So at least I have energy to do this stuff. I guess there is some lapis I can go through and get. But I don't really see there being that much here, right? A player can go hop on Last Claudia, and there is substantially more lapis to grind out. I'm willing to bet on that right now. I don't see this title just having that much content as of yet, right? And like I said, like, yeah, it's cool. They've set it up so where it's like, okay, everybody that starts playing this title right now is gonna have like these default characters that are all over the place, and there's some good characters, they're pretty good, but the real characters that everybody's going to want are the ones that are they're gonna be coming on their own banners, damn it. They're gonna be like some of the limited characters and stuff like that, and that's going to be the very worst aspect of this game. And any veteran gacha player is already going to be like, yeah, I don't know, because like I said at that point, it is a really good game. So I could see some people just being like, man, I got to cut that off. Now, I don't know if I feel that strongly about it. I don't. We'll have to see. We will have to see, but I can tell you right now, as far as new banners dropping and getting those heroes, it's not looking good at all. Right? We're getting 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So we're getting 70 a clear. I don't understand why this couldn't easily be 100 lapis a clear. Right, but I don't know, so maybe somebody can leave me a comment and tell me how much like story there is. Maybe there's like, I'm at the very first little tiny boss and there's just already, 58 different other chapters that like I have to do, and maybe there's a ton of lapis to unlock there. So if that's the case, yeah, somebody leave me a comment there. I don't know though. I don't know, and I'm really curious about that. Because it's really important in a title like this to look at, well, how much lapis are they going to let me grind out? Now, what I will say, I also got to give them positives, yo. I also got to give them positives. Hold on. Let me throw this in here right quick so nobody thinks that I'm just being like a negative Nancy, right? I also, is it divided into paid and not paid lapis? I didn't really see that. It almost looked to me like all lapis is pretty much spent the same. So we can double check that. I mean, I do see in the bundles where it's like lapis that you're getting for the bundle, and then it says like extra lapis or whatever, and that's just them showing you that you're getting a deal, air quotations, you're getting a deal, we're giving you 300 more lapis with the 700 that you're buying, so you get 1,000, but some titles will split that lapis up as paid lapis and not paid lapis, meaning that the lapis that you actually grind out from the game isn't as good. Like, it's not going to, let you pull on paid banner stuff, which is going to give you access to different things. So, I didn't see any of that yet from my recollection, so that is cool. Lapis spends universally, and maybe that is why they're really trying to grip down on it in the story, but they already should know with what their rates are, right? There's just no way. Um, yeah, it's not pretty at all. And I think that's just going to be the big issue with this one. Other than that, though, check this out, though. The game looks and runs dope for the most part. I had to restart my device on this title once. I got to be real. Everything, like, lagged down. And that is kind of surprising because we're running this on an ROG device, right? So it's not a hardware issue for sure. But I have seen this title, it starts like lagging up. I don't know what the deal is with that. When I played it yesterday, I was playing the title for a long time, and like towards the end of it, I could not believe how slow and sluggish it was. Like, it was actually becoming a chore to get through some of the levels, right? So I don't know what the deal with that was. That's something I've just kind of been looking for here while we've been running this. Other than that, though, they have, they have that nostalgia thing going. They've done a great job. Everything looks vibrant. The color scheme, the characters all look right. They all look on. They look great. Right? Yeah, gotta give them credit where it's due, for sure, hands down. It's a beautiful looking title. But man, is that gacha painful. Man, is that gacha painful. It is cool to hop in here and get all these heroes. Like, you're going to get Reese, they're giving you all these tickets to throw, so you're going to get, like, the basic characters in this game. Everybody's going to have them. So it's, like, cool. Like, you're like, in Last Claudia, you got to start with, like, a main party. And then, I'm saying, like, when the game first launched type deal, they kind of gave you that free party, but then, you had to pull on banners with the Lapis that you got. But there was definitely a lot of Lapis to grind out there to get some banner characters, right? They made sure of that. I don't feel like they've done as good of a job here at that at all. Oh, come on, spell, go off. I've also had some of the ability buttons just not work. And I haven't played the game enough to know if it's actually glitching or lagging up. Or if, I don't know, I'm like, why isn't that working? Was I statused? Was some kind of effect going on where that character just, it wouldn't work for it? I don't know. So yeah, I'm still trying to learn a little bit about that. And it's just going to take some time and some more gameplay. But like I said, I have seen like the sluggishness, the laziness, whatever is causing that. It's got to be a software issue, right? Yeah. So beautiful title to look at, especially if this is like your favorite nostalgia game from back in the day. But it is going to be hitting your wallet pretty damn hard. And I imagine they are going to have some cool, badass characters that drop, right? The question is, are you going to want to really go the mile and be like a collector in this game and go through and pick up, have all the characters, clear all the banners? Man, I'm just not seeing it. I will definitely... Ooh, look at that. This one might actually be difficult. Oh, another good note too. They've balanced the difficulty on this pretty damn good. Like they have. I've been going back and forth, winning, losing. Right, the positioning of your units is really important, and just utilizing everything you can, right, as always. But you can miss with abilities if you're just like facing the wrong way when you do them. Great, one of my heroes just died. I didn't cast a spell. Yeah, Popoi came out. It is also nice. See how laggy it is? See how laggy it's getting? It is also nice that you get to bring so many heroes. Like when your main heroes die, another team taps in, so that's alright. Cool. I dig it. Here's our spell that we should have dropped in the corner back there, but we couldn't get that off without our hero dying. This mage has pretty good crowd control with that special it has. I think it's pretty dope. Oh, we had another character die. This was a more difficult level for us. I like... That's right, this girl does pretty good damage with Dark. Cool. Okay. So at least I have a spell to cast on the boss that's coming. So we're going to see what we can do there, because this girl about to croak. Let's see if we can get off any damage. Bait these guys in a little bit. I gotta make sure this girl doesn't get hit. Oh. That didn't work out so well. We got another spell to throw. Here's Lady Black Pearl. So we have a light and dark combo here. Dark not doing that great. This girl does like the barbarian spin. I just think that's cool. Oh, that's right. We almost missed out on that. Oh, there we go. That guy does pretty decent damage with his special. It just... he has a chance of missing with it. So we did manage to clear this, right? But most of our party died. I like that. I think that's awesome. I like the difficulty on this so far. So they're good fights. I know I can go back and there's a level here and there where I can, you know, clear out two more objectives type deal. So the balancing is pretty good so far. Even in some of these events, right out of the box, I managed to go in there and just scratch some boss. You know, at least kill some weak form of it. So that is good to know. That is cool. Right out of the box that they're looking out for the new player, right? And I mean, they kind of have to. If they really want you to invest into something like this. So that level's getting a little too difficult. We can go to a different one. So obviously, like, right, I can clear these out. This one is for... I think this might have been one of the ones I've already done. Yeah, this one's 0 out of 18. There we go. Yeah, I'm kind of looking to see if this is going to lag up. I'm trying to figure out what the deal with that was, right? We're running in X mode right now. So, there should be no such thing as a performance issue. Yeah, we are in X mode. Yeah, see? Starting to lag here. With this device, I've never had a game where I've had to go in there and mess with the graphic settings or anything like that, or even check to see if the game had graphic settings, unless I was planning on trying to turn them up. So this is just kind of surprising to me. Again, I don't know what the deal is, but I can start seeing a little bit of lag. It was just, it was surprising because, you know, last time, like I said, I started playing the game and it was fine. But after a long time, yo, they were hardly moving on the screen. I was just gonna kind of see if I could recreate that a little bit, maybe heat the device up. We might as well clear out as much lapis as we can get and actually use all of our blue energy here. So I've also kind of been trying to save some of the power-up resources, like in case I could pull one of the heroes that I actually want to play with. It becomes a problem in these games for new players. If they're chasing a unit on a banner that they want, then you have players that are like, okay, I'm just going to clear all these levels out, and then I'll get to do 2 more 10 pulls. And then they don't bother, they skip everything. Like, that's pretty much what it comes down to. They don't bother actually, you know, playing the game and going through the story because they're just hyper-focused on getting as much lapis as they can before the banner's gone. So that does kind of hurt these games sometimes. That skip button is not always the best. But unfortunately, that's the environments that these titles can create. Reese doing pretty good damage with her basic attack. That spear of hers is not that bad. I can't wait to get some items for her. Like, that's another thing I can do is actually go, level up everybody's items, stuff like that. I haven't even spent that much time really going through all the different arcs. I'm just going to call them arcs, damn it, because that is ultimately what they are. That's what probably most of my subs are used to them being called anyways, as arcs. They're arcs, damn it. They're going to increase stats, and they're going to give you an ability. They're not going to teach you any abilities in this, but they're still very important. Alright, obviously I matched up the arc that I got from the Dark Banner to a hero that does dark damage so he can take advantage of it, right? So I'm sure there's all sorts of cheeky little things you can do with some of these arcs. I don't know, right now I'm pretty happy with Reese. I don't know how I feel about Lady Black Pearl. I think she can be a badass. This tiger dude, he's pretty cool. His little kung fu thing's pretty cool. I don't know. They're all fun looking characters, definitely. But like I said, I can already kind of tell that like these are just the default characters that everybody gets. And that's cool how they've done that, right? Because I guess there's a story and you're going through and you're talking to heroes and you're unlocking some heroes that way too, right? But like I said, we all know that what all this actually comes down to is the limited banners that come out and stuff like that. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because if I got it totally twisted and I should reinstall the game and just retry my luck because clearly the 10% SSR just hasn't reflected on my account and I had the worst luck in the world, someone please leave me a comment and let me know, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I think universally most veteran gacha players are going to agree with me here that when it comes to the actual gacha on this one, it's brutal. It is brutal. But hey, at least they have some of that good gameplay and nostalgia to match. Here we go. We're gonna drop a pure wind spell using our wind princess. See, why can't I use it right? There we go. That could have just been some lag. But look at all that great damage stacking up. It's a fun and exciting fighting system. It's great. The fact that the characters get to interact like that. Right, and you do get a large party of them to run through. You're technically running 6 characters at a time. So, that kind of puts a different spin on it. At least from over here. I definitely think this title is worth trying for everybody. Because you're going to have a good time in here. You know what I mean? Like, I guess what I'm saying is, if somebody asked me what makes a good gacha game, like, I wouldn't mind bringing them to this title and being like, look at the art, look at the gameplay, especially if it gets ironed out and it's not, I don't know, maybe I have to go into the options and settings. I'll try that when I'm not recording. The point still stands, though. Like, if I wanted to show somebody what a good gacha game is and like the potential that gacha games have, I would definitely come by this title, show them a fight. I would go to Last Claudia and show them some gameplay there, maybe go through a boss fight. I would go to Landgrisser, just kind of show them the grid-based strategy type deal, and just some of the features that these games have. Yeah, this would definitely be one of those titles for sure. It's that good. You can tell they've put some work into this. I have to definitely give them props. Oh, look at that. We might have actually unlocked some stuff. 20 lapis, 100 lapis, 3 lapis. Bingo, come on. Did I really just see 3 lapis? Like, I don't think that's gonna give me much in this. 3-line bingo though. Bingo. I don't know if you're getting bonus bingo stuff from unlocking these in a certain order. I don't know if that's the case. Somebody let me know. I've just kind of been letting this bingo thing unlock itself, and I figure I'm gonna get the bingo board complete. So cool. We got Randy Bobandy. I think that's his arc. See that? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if... Obviously not. We're not actually playing bingo is all I'm saying. They're just making it look like a... I don't know. Okay. Alright. But we will definitely take, any of the... That's right. We can ascend an ally and raise an ally to level... An ally at level 15. We got allies that are like level 47. What is going on there? Does that make sense to y'all? Let's see. Okay, if I had to work on somebody, well, I have dupes in this. I have 2 dupes of Hawkeye there. I can combine them into each other and make him what, a 5-star or something like that. It's always something along those lines, right? Geez. We ought to give Durin a chance. I called him Stinky Durin. Like, I brought that over here from last Claudia. Like, I guess I owe it to Durin now to see if this kid's got the stuff. Yo. Durin, you coming up, homie? Well, okay. I also have to kind of... This is a newer game. Like, things like this happen. So, I mean, that's all I'm going to say about that, right? A lot of these games. The good thing is they get updated all the time and frequently. So, maybe they just need to do a patch that would help ROG phones or something like that. I don't know. I'm even going to go through and check and make sure everything is up to date on this device, including like all the Play Store and all that crap. So we will see what's going on. But kind of a fitting way to end this video, I think, because it's a hit and a miss. That's what I'm going to say. I'm just being real. It's a hit and a miss. If this game did something about its gacha system, like, I would definitely be spending way more time in here, right? But I can see what's to come, right? Now, unless somebody wants to fact check me on that and just be like, yo, bro, you just had the worst luck in the world. Everybody else manages to get one of the heroes off of, the banner every 30 pulls or something. It was only you that did, 170 pulls to get an arc. Yeah, I just don't think that's the case. Not where their pity rate is set, right? And realize something too. I'm doing these pulls from all the lapis I'm grinding out of story. You run out of that eventually. You run out of the story stuff, and then they drop heroes that you're really going to want, and they're going to put you in a position where you're going to have to come up with all those lapis straight up out of your wallet. So, yeah, that's just how they're going to play it here, especially on like a limited banner. And a lot of people are going to see that coming, and they're just going to be like, damn. So, like I said, if you got caught up in any of the Diablo Immortal stuff and you were actually outraged at how much money you could spend on Diablo Immortal, this probably isn't a good one, because like I said, I went through and we spent $80 on Diablo Immortal, and we've been having a blast in there. That's just not going to be the case here. Like, as soon as the first banner drops that you are actually going to want the hero, well, the hero is going to be on that banner with another hero and probably an arc. and you're gonna have to do a couple hundred pulls just to get an on banner, is what it's looking like. And then that on banner is gonna be what? It's gonna be a 33% chance of getting what you actually wanted. Yo, think about that, because that's really what this is gonna be like. And just be real about it. So if this is all of that to you and a bag of chips, if you absolutely love just the mana games, if you got the nostalgia, maybe this one's worth it for you. We're gonna have to see how many real whales there are here. They're gonna come over to this title and maybe give up some of their other titles. I mean, because for most people, when you look at it like that, you know, whales that come over to this game are gonna be coming over from other games. So I don't know, it's not a very competitive gacha, is what I'm saying. It's not like they're breaking the damn mold here, or just, you know, putting out a gacha that's actually more on the fair side. They're playing it real conservative with this, and that's why it takes me a little bit longer to get to the Square Enix games, because I know, like, as good as the gameplay is and as nice and as polished as everything's gonna look, even though it ends in a glitch right now, the gacha is just going to be absolutely effing brutal, and they've never really done anything to break from that damn pattern. I haven't even seen any hope, damn it. It's not like, oh, there's this title that Square made where there's like a step in the right direction as far as the gacha is concerned. Like, the games, sure, are going to be great, but as far as the actual gacha is concerned, I have not seen a light at the end of the tunnel for Square Enix, and that is why I'm never as excited and hyped about their titles releasing, because I just know that this is what you're going to be walking into unless they do something about this. I'm sure if they did, we would all be talking about it. It would just be all the damn hype, but they seem to be sticking with the Brave Exvius format, is what we'll refer to it as, I guess, right? So yeah, great title though. The game is absolutely beautiful, just like what you would expect. Hey, you know, I could say the same thing about Diablo Immortal, right? Beautiful game, but it just caught so much goddamn heat from the whole effing world. But yo, there is still a community that is playing Diablo Immortal. Matter of fact, they just made $100 million, I think, their first month. So that paid for the game. I'm going to go in there and see what they're offering now to players, now that they know that their bills are paid. But I don't know if anybody got really upset how much money they want for a gaming experience like Diablo. You're not going to be happy here. I can tell you that right now. So, player beware. Maybe steer clear of this one if you if you can't put your Visa away. So, you've been warned. I hope you enjoy. Later, everybody. Just trying to be as real as I can about this one. Shit.